Hello everybody and welcome back to my garage 0 to Hero. Alright, so it is the middle of the week and yeah, as you can see we have got a couple of things going on here at the shop once again. So yeah, yesterday I started to tackle the service truck over here and I did start sandblasting this thing. And I kind of got rid of most of the rust. We still have to do a little bit of touches here and there with the sandblaster. But I think this thing is probably going to be ready for its coat of primer very soon. So yeah, that is something to look forward to on this truck in particular. And then, yes, obviously in the garage we have got Hugo's daughter's car. So I managed to put the body panels back onto the vehicle, or not really the body panels, but the accessories like the windows and such. So everything is back into place. So the only thing that we need to do today is get the interior installed, and then this car will be ready to be taken back to Hugo's house so that his daughter can start using this car. So yeah, that is part of the job for today. And you'll also notice we've got some new wheels. So yeah, these are the wheels that I actually picked up for Richard's Dodge Challenger over here. So I think these are going to suit the car very nicely. And we also have got the bumper chrome, which I offloaded when we started this episode. We also have got some new suspension parts that's going on this thing. And on the inside of the garage on the table, I also have got some of the parts that we need for the engine, as well as the replacement steering wheel. So yes, we are definitely going to do a couple of things this episode. We are also going to need our tint remover, obviously to get rid of the tint, because obviously this tint is way too dark according to Richard. So we are going to be peeling the tint off the windows as well for him, and hopefully getting this thing put back together today so that it can also return to him. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to start with Hugo's daughter's car in the garage. So let's just grab our toolbox here, bring it a little bit closer, because we just need to mount some body panels, well, interior panels actually. So yeah, let's get in here. We are going to remove the old crusty driver's seat first of all. So this can definitely go to the junkyard or to the scrapyard, or actually to Steve's pawn shop. That is where we are going to take these parts. So we're going to start with all the old parts, just get rid of them. We also did get a new headliner already. So I did go ahead and fit the headliner with the new sun visors, so that is already sorted out. So we are just going to grab the last few bits here. We need to get the gear stick out. So let's get our screwdriver so we can go get that unbolted or unscrewed, just like that. You can also see the dashboard has been installed, so that was quite straightforward. Didn't have to bother with too many hassles there. So let's quickly have a look. We've got basically a new window winder on the one side. I think the one was broken. So we are ready to just mount the door panels onto those doors. But I think let's start with the rear seat. First of all, we're going to slide this in. And I decided to go with this beautiful white interior for the car. I think it's going to suit the purple paint job quite well. And I think we're also going to do some window tint on these windows just to spice it up a little bit. Right, so let's grab this panel over here. This is the rear, or the rear right one. So let's pop that into place. And we'll just zip it down over there. Alright, and let's grab the opposite side one. And just pop it into there. And we're going to just get to that bolt over there. That is perfect. Alright, so now we can obviously do the door panels. But let's just grab this handbrake lever. Alright, we're going to bolt it down over there and over there. And then we're going to need the screwdriver. So this is going to be for our gear stick. So let's get this also installed. And that goes just over there. We're going to bolt it down, or actually screw it down. So that is done. So now it's the last two door panels over here. So let's start with the driver's side. Just going to pop it on there. And this is actually just held in by the one bolt. So yeah, that should do the trick. Alright, we're going to grab the last one. And then the only thing that's left are the two front seats. Alright, so there we go, that is sorted. So let's see which side this one is. This one is the passenger side, so let's go and put this in the passenger side. And we'll just bolt it down. Alright, let's get our handbrake up. There we go. Alright, and the last seat. So let's quickly grab this one. So this is our driver's seat. And there we go, that is going in. Let's just bolt everything down nice and snug. Alright, perfect. So there we go. We've got Hugo's daughter's car finally completed. So let's do some finishing touches. We are just going to tint all of the side windows and also the rear window. Right, so we're gonna need another roll of tint. That is why I actually bought a couple of extra rolls here. So I think everything should work out quite well. We should have enough tint also to do Richard's car's windows if we want to. So I'm just gonna see what it looks like. Alright, but first of all, this car is done now. So yeah, this is ready to go back to Hugo's daughter now. And let's just do a couple more checks around it. So we've got, yeah, everything's installed back. The car still fires up, no problem. Engine is running very nice. We have got oil in the engine. And the coolant should also be fine. That is perfect. And the brake fluid was topped off. So that is sorted out as well. So yeah, this is definitely one very clean little car. It turned out very nice, and we didn't really do all that much. I actually did get this rust on the fender repaired as well, so that is sorted out. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this little car, and it turned out great. So now that we are done with this, we can get this thing pulled outside. I'm just going to pull it out of the garage. Alright, I think behind the service truck over here would be good, so we can go ahead and deliver this to Hugo a little bit later on. So for now, we've got a couple of other things to tackle. So yeah, there she is, definitely sorted out and much more reliable, and it's also looking a lot better. It doesn't look like a junker anymore. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. Alright, so now next up what we're going to do is we're going to turn our focus to Richard's car. So this should be plain straightforward. So I think let's start with the suspension. We're going to grab these torsion bars. So these are the stock ride height torsion bars. Just going to pop those in. Let's grab the other one. Alright, there we go. That's the other torsion bar. And we are going to need our toolbox quickly. So let me go ahead and grab that from the inside. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely going to be a little bit of a transformation for this car. We actually do have the replacement hood also painted in black. So I did get those, well, old parts sold off. Some of the old parts, not all of them. So we definitely got rid of a couple of things. I am still waiting for the gas tank for this car. I haven't got the replacement gas tank for it yet. But that is something I can sort out probably off camera. It's just a matter of bolting it down and putting some gas in it. So it's not really, yeah, it's not really too much to do off camera. So we'll just get that sorted out. But we are going to have to push this thing off the two-post lift because we need to get Cyclone's Chevy El Camino up onto the lift over here. So that is definitely something we're going to have to try and do. So what I think I'm going to do with all these things, I'm going to try and squeeze them in our backpack. And hopefully everything fits so we can bring everything a bit closer. Alright, we'll grab the wheels when we are ready for those. Alright, so let's quickly get this thing lowered down. Also, I want to just get everything out of this backpack. We'll just put it down over there. Alright, so let's go down with the car for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the new freshly painted hood, which has actually dried up already, so this thing is good to go onto the car. And I think this is going to be, yeah, just turning the thing into a stock and sleek looking muscle car. So let's just get that bolted down again. And same on this side. Alright, so there we go. The hood has been replaced. So I think what we can do now is we're going to assemble everything. So we've got basically a new carburetor, air filter, thermostat housing, everything all nice and shiny in chrome. So we're just going to put this together quickly. So let's grab our air filter base over here. Let's get that on. Yeah, this is a lot of chrome. It's going to be a very shiny engine. So we are going to have to top up the coolant most probably, because obviously we had to remove the thermostat housing. So let's go ahead and just get our headers installed here first of all. So yeah, this is it's a whole lot of chrome. Definitely not something I would do to an engine, but yeah, there we go. So let's grab the left hand header, just going to get that into position and just bolt that up. Alright, so with the headers installed, let's quickly get our intake back onto the car. Alright, so just get to all of these bolts, just like that. Alright, let's go around to the opposite side. We'll just do the same on this side. Make sure everything is bolted nice and snug, just like that. And yeah, that is definitely one chrome engine. It's almost, yeah, looking too clean in my opinion. Alright, so next up we are going to get the exhausts mounted. So let's get this thing lifted up a bit. Right, let's see if these exhausts are going to go on. Don't know if the lift arms are in the way. I hope they aren't. Yeah, it looks like we are good on this side. Just bolt those two down. And let's grab this one for the right hand side. Yeah, no problems at all. So we'll get it bolted down over there. And then I think let's grab our bumper quickly for the front. So we'll get this installed while the car is in the air, because we should manage to get to these bolts. So they are over there. It's just be sure to get to the right ones. There they are. I think those are the bolts. Probably a little bit higher. There we go. Alright, so there's the bond bolt, and there should be another one around here somewhere. And there we go. Alright, perfect. Let's get the wheels mounted. I'm probably going to have to put in some air into these tires. Alright, so there's the first one. And then we're going to grab the next one. Alright, let's just pop that onto there. Alright, let's get the other wheels for the opposite side. So yeah, I was contemplating about the rim design, but I think these should suit the car, hopefully not too bad. But yeah, obviously if Richard doesn't like it, we could probably swap them out, but I'm sure he's going to like it. It's a very plain, straightforward muscle car wheel. Nothing fancy, and I don't think it's too over the top. So let's slap this one over on this corner. And just like that, we've got all four of the wheels replaced. And let's lower this thing down again. Alright, so yes, we are going to have to air up those tires. But let's just get this rear bumper back onto the car, just like that. And let's just lean in and bolt it down on both sides, just like that. And man, I think this thing is actually turning out very well. So yeah, the gas tank we are going to get for this car is also going to be a chromed gas tank. I think it's going to suit the car very well. So what we need to do next is just grab our air compressor over here. So we're going to just air up the tires. I already set it to 1.6 bar. So let's just pump them up to 1.6 bars. I think that should do the trick. Alright, so that is the tire pressure sorted out, so we can just return our air compressor, and we've got some space over here now, so let's just do it over there. Alright, so let's see what this thing actually does if we try and push it forward now. We're going to have to try and undo the handbrake. No, I think it will be fine. I should be able to push it forward. So let's just do it like this. And we're going to just push it forward. So we're going to open the door. Alright, so in here we are just going to unbolt this aftermarket steering wheel. Just like that. Let's put it down over there. And we've got our stock steering wheel. We're just going to mount it onto here. Whoops, yeah, that's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, so we've got the bolt tightened down. So the interior is looking kind of stock. I don't think there's really too much issues in here. We don't have to change out the door panels. They are still black. It actually matches the car, so I don't think that's really something we had to address. But yeah, there we go. We've got a stock looking Dodge Challenger. We just need to get all of this window tint removed quickly. So let's just push it a bit forward. Alright, so let's grab our tint remover, which we have inside. Right over there. So let's go and scrape off that tint quickly. It should be fairly simple. Alright, there we go. So all the tint has been removed, and I think it's definitely a little bit of an improvement. But I think, however, we can try and tint the windows in this lighter tint. So this is only a very, very subtle tint. Doesn't look as dark as the ones we had on the car. Right, so this roll is also empty. And also the tint helps to keep the car cool a bit, because obviously a black car, you may know, is definitely a magnet for the sun. So that is definitely going to help the car cool off a little bit on the inside. So there we go. I think now it's safe to say Richard's car is basically complete. We just have to get that gas tank fitted once it arrives. So yeah, little Lewis said he just has to have a couple of days, obviously yesterday when I ordered it, so it should be it by tomorrow. Then we can get this thing taken back over to Ellen's house for Richard to collect, and I really hope he's going to be happy with everything. So yeah, this is definitely a little bit of a transformation. I do like the fact that we can actually fit a little bit higher profile tires on this thing now, and it is definitely, yeah, I think that is definitely the look you would want on a muscle car. Nice and sleek. Definitely no aftermarket goodies or anything like that. Nothing strange on it. It's just a good, clean, honest little muscle car now. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and push this car out from our two-post lift over here and just put it out of the way. And then we are going to pull Cyclone's El Camino onto the two-post lift. So yes, the El Camino is still running. I actually did go ahead and top up the fluid in the radiator, so that is good. And also the brake fluid is topped off, so yeah, this thing should be good now. It should have brakes as well. So yeah, we are going to work on the suspension now. So I think if we move this out of the way first. Alright, I think if we just put it here for now. Right, let's jump out quickly. We are going to try and push this Dodge Challenger just next door to where it was parked now. Yeah, we can obviously put it there now. So let's just push it, and then we'll try and get the El Camino up onto the two-post lift here. Alright, and we have got the El Camino basically in position. We just need to get these lift arms under it now. Alright, come on. This one is a little bit tricky, but there we go. That should almost do the trick. There we go. Alright, that's perfect. And let's get this one moved under. Come on, why are these things so stuck today? There we go. Alright, they might actually need a little bit of a greasing, because yeah, they are standing outside, so I think we might have to service the lift a bit at some point. But not to worry. Alright, and yeah, I think it seems to be fine. Alright, so let's quickly grab our tools over here. I'm going to move it a little bit closer. I think it should be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and start removing the wheels. So this is in fact the style that Cyclone wants to have on his El Camino. So we are going to get some more of these, or probably just get 4 new ones, because this one looks a little bit worn. So we'll get some new rims and tires for this thing as well. Alright, so let's get these wheels all removed. Alright, so yes, we do have a little bit of a mix match of wheels and tires on this thing at the moment. Alright, let's also do these two on the driver's side. Alright, so there's the first one on this side. Let's put it down over there. And the last one should probably just wait for this to drop down on its own. But yeah, as far as I can see, there's not really a lot of bad parts under here. So we are going to tackle the brakes. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm also very cautious with regards to brakes on vehicles. I would like to make sure everything is as good as it can be. So therefore we are going to remove all of the calipers just to make sure we get a proper brake system on this vehicle. And this table is actually quite full. I actually need to get another one to put over here so that we can put some more parts on the table, because I actually like working under our little carport here. It's definitely, yeah, a little bit of a outdoor experience for us, similar to what we had. That brake hose was already loose. So let's grab the caliper. The caliper actually doesn't look too bad. We've got a decent one over here. This one is actually still brand new. That one isn't too good, but we'll see if we can just get a new one for that corner at least then. Or at least so far, that is what we need. This one, yeah, let's just get a little bit of a closer look at it. Yeah, this one is also not too bad. It still looks kind of brand new, almost as if they were replaced. So I think, let's just come and check back here. And this one is looking very tired. So I think, yeah, 2 new calipers for the rear should do the trick. And hopefully sort out the brakes on this thing. Well, also the brake discs. I noticed the one at the back is a bit broken, so we might have to go ahead and replace that anyway. So let's just get them all unscrewed from here. And that's also going to make the hub removal a little bit easier. Yeah, that one is toast. Alright, let's have a look at this one. That's also still brand new. I think front brakes were definitely replaced. This hub is definitely a bit tired. So we are going to have to do the front hub. And yeah, obviously we never mounted our upper control arms because we have to get new ones. So let's just get this last one removed. And what do you know, this is a brand new brake disc. So yeah, that is quite odd. So looks like they replaced the disc, or the one disc at the back. Or maybe that one got broken in an accident, we don't know yet. Alright, so what we are going to do is just strip the suspension off the vehicle, because I want to check every part individually anyway. Alright, so this hub looks decent. I'm gonna probably reuse that one. Right, let's check this one. Alright, this hub is also very good. It's almost brand new, so that is quite good. Right, so over here we have got our leaf spring. Alright, so there's the one leaf spring. Yeah, it's looking a little tired, so we'll replace that for sure. Right, and let's just undo this one. Got a couple of bolts here to do. And there we go. We've also got the axle out. So the axle nearly fell on my head, but luckily I was not in the way. So yeah, I was still looking at the leaf spring. Leaf spring is also on its last leg, so we'll replace the 2 leaf springs. Alright, so what I wanted to do is just inspect this differential. So let's get this unbolted. The axle itself isn't looking too great either, but it'll definitely still work. So I think let's just see the condition of this. Alright, what do you know? This is actually a brand new differential. This is in fact a 4.6 differential, so it's almost as if this thing is set up for drag racing. So let's also have a look at this handbrake cable on here. I think this is the last part attached to this. Alright, so there's the handbrake cable. Also still brand new, so yeah, whoever had this truck before Cyclone definitely, yeah, they maintained the truck quite well. So we've got to basically replace this axle as well. So we'll, I think we're just going to go ahead and replace it. There's no point in keeping second-hand parts on this thing. And I think the drive shaft is probably going to be stuck now because, yeah, I did a little bit of a wrong, procedure in taking this thing apart. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave this into position because we've got our transmission sorted out already. So we're just going to leave that there. So let's have a look at this front suspension. We do know we've got some relatively good looking parts under here, but I do want to have a look at shock absorbers, hub carriers, hubs, stuff like that. Just make sure everything is good. So yeah, once again, front shock absorbers look brand new. We've got a little bit of a tired tie rod on this end. It's definitely seen some better days. Right, but there's the other shock absorber, still brand new. This wheel hub is, yeah, I don't know what to call it. It's just wasted, I would say. Alright, and let's get that unbolted. This is our hub carrier. Also, once again, brand new. So yeah, I don't know if Cyclone replaced the parts at some point, but definitely have some good parts here. Even the strut rod looks fairly decent. Alright, let's have a look at this lower control arm. Yeah, that's actually parts we don't have to buy. This is a part we definitely have to replace. This tie rod, it's, yeah, that is banged up quite badly. Right, let's start on this side. We've got a tie rod over here. Still in very good condition. That is also still brand new, basically. Let's get the strut rod off. Yeah, strut rod is decent. And this hub still very good. Also still brand new, basically. Alright, and that's our hub carrier. Also looks brand new to me, so yeah, this is actually very good news. It means we don't have to do too much work to the suspension actually, or replace too many parts actually. So we'll just do the obvious things. So I think what I'm going to do, I'd just like to check the cross member over here. So all of the bolts are loose on it already. I don't know what's the story of that. All right, but we are going to unbolt it there and over there. And that should free up this. Alright, so now I am convinced the cross member was definitely replaced. So we just want to make sure on this we do have got a brand new steering link. So I think this also has 2 bolts. Let's just check this little steering link or the steering arm. That is still good. And I think this, yeah, there we go. So that is also still brand new. Alright, so we are just going to put these parts together for the time being. Alright, so yeah, there's no use in keeping these things off the car if they don't require replacement. So let's go ahead and just slap this cross member back on. And this time I'm going to be sure to bolt it down so that we don't have that issue anymore. Alright, and let's just go ahead and bolt the engine down over there. And come on, where's that bolt? There we go. Alright, so that is sorted again. Alright, so all of these parts can actually just go back onto the truck. In terms of interior, we still have to do quite a bit of interior work. Well, actually, just order the interior. It's not really that much. But I think we are actually good to start putting the bumpers and trim and stuff like that on this thing. So this is our rear bumper. Let's see how this is going to go on. Alright, or not. It's a little bit full of stories now. I don't know what's the story with it. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. We'll have to see. Maybe this rear mount is a little bit faulty. Could be. So I'll have to see why the rear bumper doesn't want to go on. It's actually just flung my toolbox all the way over here. So let's just bring this back. Alright, so let's see if the front bumper will go on. I believe it should because we took it off. Alright, so let's grab this. Alright, and we've got a bolt over there. And over there. Alright, and yeah, we've got a bunch of trim. We still need some trim as well. So I think what I'm going to do is let's just go through all the trim as well. Because I haven't really checked that all out. So we can just go down a little bit. I think that should do the trick. If we just leave it there for now. Headlights. Some of these headlights are a little bit worn. This one is still good. This is our front left trim. That's not too bad. This is our rear right trim. Also looks decent. Yeah, this one on the other hand. Yeah, we're going to order a new one of these rather. That one is looking a little bit tired. Yeah, same story of this one. The rear left is also a bit tired, so we'll just get a new one of those. This trim is also a bit buggered, so we're going to replace that. And last but not least, and this one is still good, so we can get this popped on. Alright, so that goes over there. And this one goes over there. This one goes on to the driver's side fender. Alright, that is looking good. Alright, so this headlight we need to replace. That one is still good, so let's grab this. Right, and that needs a screwdriver. So let's go ahead and grab the screwdriver. And let's just zip this headlight down. I shouldn't forget to order the trim for the headlights because there's also like little chrome beadings that go around it. So you can probably also get this grill installed, and I'll just check the other headlights we have. The taillights. Yeah, this taillight is still fair. I wouldn't say it's great, but it'll definitely still work. Alright, so bolted down over there. And the opposite side one looks very good as well. Come to think of it, now that I look at those headlight covers that we have, that we took off the challenge over here, I think they will actually also fit these headlights. So let's see how that is going to look if we fit them as is. Yeah, I'm just a little bit curious to see now. So we'll get the one with the number on for the outside. And this one for the inside, obviously. Yeah, I think with the chrome trim, that is going to look very decent. So I'm not sure if Cyclone would like to have these on his truck, but I mean, I've got them laying around, and I don't think any of our other vehicles will actually take these type of headlight covers. Maybe the Impala would, but I don't think it's going to suit our Impala. Which actually brings me back to the Super B that we have in storage. So the interior for that car is also due. We are still waiting for the delivery on that. So we should be getting that interior with the Camino's interior, hopefully. Then we can sort that out. Alright, so let's just get this mirror bolted down. So that is basically good. Alright, so let's see what else we have that is good. This headlight is quite shot, and this headlight is, yeah, it's still fine. So let's get this installed. Alright, and let's just zip it down over there and over there. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what else. We've got decent brake calipers, so I don't think there's going to be many issues for the front suspension, but obviously the rear we're going to have to order a couple of parts. And that is, once again, my phone ringing. So let's just see who this is. Alright, so I've got an interesting call from a new fella. So it's actually a guy who works over at the parts store, the one where we were in the last episode to fetch the gas tank for Cyclone's El Camino. So the guy's name is Eric. He's one of the guys who temps there, and yeah, yesterday he's a colleague. That's the word I was looking for. Actually told him that there's a mechanic in town that works on vehicles, and he decided to give me a call to see if I want to do some work to his car. So we are gonna head over there and just have a look at this thing and see what it needs. So luckily it's not too far, and I decided to take the Ram truck in case we wanted to load it up and bring it back to the shop, because you never know. Alright, and we are over here at the new vehicle extra part shop. That is what this little place is called. So I believe this is the car in question. This seems to be a 1968 Dodge Charger. It has definitely seen some better days. By the looks of it, it looks like it's been hit at the front. Not too terrible. It might be fixable. It shouldn't take too much to get this thing straightened out at the front. So we should be able to get this sorted out. There's a tiny bit of rust over here, nothing too serious. Let's see if we can maybe pop the hood. Alright, so yeah, we've got a decent looking engine. It probably still runs and drives as is. So I'm not too sure how far he wants to go with repairs to this thing. But yeah, let's... oh, I didn't even notice this. Yeah, we've got a little bit more damage at the back. That is pushed in quite far. It's going to definitely take quite a bit of work to get this sorted out. So I'm looking at maybe even quarter panels, obviously trunk, the rear fascia, rear bumper. I mean, look how far those exhausts are sticking out. So yeah, that is quite bad actually. Not to mention all of the pieces of trim and side blinkers and stuff we need to replace. This is going to be quite a bit of a job, so I don't know. We're going to have to speak with this guy and see what he says. So yeah, let's go and see Eric and see, yeah, what kind of money he's willing to spend on repairs. Alright, so here we go. We've got our payment for the job already. So Eric decided to pay up front. So he is giving us a total of 30,000 bucks. So that is basically for repairs to the front and the rear damage on the vehicle. And he would also like to have all the bad parts replaced with new ones. So that means we are going to have to order new parts and not use second-hand parts at all. So apparently the car still runs and drives quite well. It's definitely not the best condition, as I've noticed with the engine. There are some rusty parts. So we are definitely going to sort that out for him. So yeah, we've got a leaking exhaust on this thing, so it's probably going to be a little bit loud. But yeah, this is the type of work that we are looking for. Vehicles that are in need of some help. And we'll just sort them out. So let me see if I can get this thing loaded up onto our Ram truck over here. Alright, so she's on the Ram truck, safe and sound. Didn't have any problems with this. So yeah, let's get these ramps stuck back in. And yeah, hopefully we're going to have a nice smooth drive back to our shop. I just wanted to check on the opposite side. Yeah, I'm a little bit close here, but if we take it easy, we should be fine. Alright, so let's hop in and get this thing back to our shop. And then, yeah, probably start having a look around it. I mean, there's nothing to it but to do it, as I always say. Alright, and we have arrived back at the shop with Eric's Dodge Charger. So this thing is gonna need a little bit of work. So I'm not sure where exactly to park it now. So let's just find a nice spot for it. I think we should probably tackle this once we have delivered Richard's car as well as Hugo's daughter's car. So then we should be able to just put it there so we can start assessing this thing. So let's get this thing fired up once again. Alright, there we go. So Eric's car has been offloaded and I decided to just park it here temporarily. So what we're going to do now is just maybe get the little Lada Coupe loaded up onto our Ram truck over here. Just to get it ready to go over to Hugo's house again. So yeah, there's not really much we can do, but we have done quite a bit of things already in this episode. So as you can see, we've got Hugo's El Camino, not Hugo's El Camino, this is Cyclone's El Camino, stripped. The suspension is basically in pieces, and we actually have got quite a bit of good useful parts. So we just need to get the parts that we are missing. Also the new wheels and tires that's going to be going on this thing, so there's definitely going to be a couple of things that we needed to check. In terms of suspension, so I wanted to just also remove the tire torsion bars, because that's something I forgot. So let's maybe go over here. We're just going to grab our pry tool, because that is one thing that I wanted to still do before we end this episode at least. So have a look at the condition of these tie rods, or torsion bars actually. I keep saying tie rods. But just the torsion bars are actually very good by the looks of it. They don't really need to be replaced, but yeah, I'm not too sure if we are going to even go with a stock ride height on this truck or on this El Camino. So we might actually do a little something different for Cyclone. Not too sure. We do have lowered suspension, but I don't think for a work truck you would want to have something lowered. So I was thinking more of getting it lifted and maybe slapping on some knobbly off-road tires, similar to the ones we've got on the service truck over here, but obviously just the correct size and width, because wheels like these won't really fit it very well. So we'll get something similar to that. Just a little bit thinner, and obviously the wheel design that he likes, which is actually this one. So yeah, this wheel with some off-road knobbly tires should do the trick, as well as with the lifted suspension. And then yeah, I think Cyclone is going to be a for away with this thing. It's definitely gonna be a monster of a machine. And then yeah, we'll definitely see if we can get himself a rear bumper fitted again, because as you guys know, this rear bumper, it's definitely not working. I think there's probably something wrong with this rear frame brace. We're going to have to probably replace it with a new one and get that sorted out for him. So over here on Richard's car, we just need to get the gas tank fitted and put in some gasoline and take it for a little bit of a test drive to see if everything is fine. We do have got everything else sorted out on this car, so there is absolutely no more trouble with that thing, and I'm sure Richard will be very happy with the outcome. As for the service truck, as you saw, we did sandblast that thing. I'm going to try and lay down some primer on this thing to get it ready for its final paint coat. So yeah, I'm still thinking about the colors, and I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, this is going to go to the auction. So once we are ready with that, we will get some new interior as well, and just button this thing up nicely and get it ready to head off to the auction. Yeah, and as I said, Hugo's car is now, or Hugo's daughter's car rather, is now ready to go. I even managed to get her a little jack for the trunk, wheel spanner, or just a wrench for the wheels, and we've got the spare tire back in the trunk. So yeah, this little car is as good and reliable as it's going to be. It's definitely a very good car for a first car. And then obviously we have got this new project we need to dig into. So this is going to take quite a little bit of work. It's definitely something that needs a little bit of tender love and care. Maybe not so much on the mechanical side, because everything seems to be fairly decent on it. I haven't really checked the suspension too much, but yeah, it's maybe got some rusty bits here and there, but yeah, nothing too serious. We'll be able to figure that out. Let's just have a quick look down here. Yeah, there's definitely some work to be done here, but as I said, once again, nothing serious. So yeah, that is definitely something we can sort out. But I think that is also going to be a wrap for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every view, every like. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, until the next time, cheerio.